Now this is Plato crater. Now there are also white structures near Plato crater here that I've even seen NASA talk about, right there. There are these massive towering objects, very impressive at the back. A fire here on the live footage that I do have in the video, a good 5-10 minutes of this, is a burning fire here. And this beautiful structure here, so on and so forth. So yes.
I've been finding a lot of green on the surface of the moon in patches. Probably not vegetation, but I'm telling you, it really does look like vegetation in many areas, up in the mountains even. How can the biggest discovery in the universe remain a secret? I'm starting to believe it was written that way. Strange structure here to the right as we're coming up to Tycho crater. You will see a round object that comes out with a tail, like tunnel, with a squiggly tail.
So it comes down to the point of just trying to focus on these structures, and it's also understanding the size of these structures. Now, this structure that you see here, the nice big round with the pentagon sort of shape in the middle, it is pretty massive. But we are starting to get a little closer on the surface, so now it's not hundreds of thousands of miles long. We're getting more of a glimpse of its size. It is probably, looks to be about, I'm going to take a guess at 30-40 kilometers long. But it looks pretty big. So it's a glimpse, a beginning to know the basic formation of how the moon is formed on its real virtual surface. It's important to know. The surface of the moon is filled with many structures, and they are made to blend in with the moon's surface. They are all white, they are the same color as the surface, and they are scattered and even made unevenly in form. This is a pretty amazing view of the surface so that you know what it looks like. I mean, you gotta appreciate this kind of view. Now you see how the photo looks like it's photoshopped and blurred out here, which obviously I'm trying to show you structures, I wouldn't blur it out. Well, there's a haze or the atmosphere, whatever, that's on the surface of the moon that is causing this to do this. This is far out. We're trying to take a picture of a white ball 400,000 kilometers and up away from Earth. So I think that this gives us a pretty good understanding on what the surface of the moon looks like.
Was that a spaceship?
You can clearly see that there are structures here. You understand how it's made? These are all installations. All of them. Everything. Slowly we'll pinpoint them out. And when I say installations, it's something where it was built and that there are certain people or a species inside. This is what I'm trying to say. This is an amazing find. Just this one area here. Now, do you understand that it's so small on the photos, guys? Even on NASA photos, it's the size, honestly, 4 times smaller than this little sphere here. It's small. You can't see it. I zoomed it up very many times. So the blur. The ones that are doing the research will appreciate this very much, and the ones that are looking for beautiful photos and of the moon with nice detail maybe won't appreciate this as much. But you know what? Some of the people at the beginning that didn't really believe that there were structures were very thoughtful and came and told me that they believe me now, and that was the whole point of me doing this. I mean, I love you guys for doing that, and I really appreciate it. I mean, it means everything to me. All my life, I wanted to find a way how to expose it, and I said, well, why don't I do it through videos? I love photography. I love talking to people, interacting with everyone in the world. So I said, why don't I do it that way? But I don't want to overlook this photo. I mean, look, it's incredible. And this will only get clearer and clearer. As I said, this is one picture of many, okay? But I'm so overwhelmed with everything that there is to look at, I have to slow down, take my time, and show every picture piece by piece that I will be working on. And it will just basically take me through my entire life. So sit back and enjoy.
We no longer need science to guide us and for us to find life and to view structures on planets. Together, we can find it. Now I'm going to say something that I know most of you are not ready to believe or even look into, and it doesn't mean that I'm trying to say that this is. It just possibly open your mind to this being a possible flying vessel, spaceship, hiding behind a wall that illuminates once leaving. You have the window in front there, very wide window, where they could easily fly and easily blend into a snowy surface on Earth. Do you understand this?